Hey, hello guys, welcome back to the channel. So, today we study the cruciate and trochanteric anastomosis. So, firstly, we see its position where the cruciate and trochanteric anastomosis is situated. So, trochanteric anastomosis is situated near the trochanteric fossa in the femur bone, and it supply branches to the medial head of the femur. Okay, and cruciate anastomosis is situated over the upper part of the back of the femur. Okay, at the level of the middle of the lesser trochanter. So we see it from the diagram. Here is the common iliac artery, and it has two branches, that is right and left common iliac artery. Further, the right common iliac artery is subdivided into two branches, that is external iliac artery and another one is internal iliac artery. Okay, now from till to the inguinal ligament, this external artery continues, and then below to it this changes to the femoral artery. Okay, and then this femoral artery till to the adductor hiatus is femoral artery, but then when it passes the adductor hiatus, it's changed its name and it is the artery of the knee joint, that is we called popliteal artery, and is situated posterior part of the knee joint. Now, femoral artery has a branch that we call profunda femoris. Okay, so the profunda femoris artery is subdivided into three branches, that is lateral circumflex femoral artery, medial circumflex femoral artery, and four perforating arteries. Now, the lateral circumflex femoral artery is subdivided again, and this is ascending lateral circumflex femoral artery, which take part in the trochanteric anastomosis, and it's another branch, that is transverse lateral circumflex femoral artery, take part in the cruciate anastomosis. Its medial circumflex femoral artery, that is the ascending one, take part in the trochanteric anastomosis, and its transverse medial circumflex femoral artery take part in the cruciate anastomosis. Okay, so two here and the two here. Now, it's another perforating artery, that is first one, also take part in the cruciate anastomosis, and the branch of the internal iliac artery that we call the anastomosing branch of inferior gluteal artery take part in the cruciate anastomosis. This is completed. Now, trochanteric anastomosis has two all branches, that is deep branch of superior gluteal artery and the branch of the inferior gluteal artery. So at the end, trochanteric anastomosis is made by the four arteries, that is the part of the femoral artery, means the branch of the lateral circumflex femoral artery, medial circumflex femoral artery, it's ascending one, and this is also ascending one. Now, deep branch of superior gluteal artery and the branch of inferior gluteal artery. Another one is cruciate anastomosis. It takes the first perforating artery of the profunda femoris artery and the transverse branches of the lateral circumflex femoral artery and the medial circumflex femoral artery. Now, one branch more, that is we call anastomosing branch of the inferior gluteal artery. Now we see its flowcharts, that is the trochanteric anastomosis. This one, it has four arteries, we studied. The first one is the inferior division of the deep branch of the superior gluteal artery, the ascending branch of the lateral circumflex of the femoral artery, the ascending branch of the medial circumflex of the femoral artery, and the inferior gluteal artery. Now in the cruciate anastomosis, from above by the anastomosing branch of the inferior gluteal artery, and laterally by the transverse branch of the lateral circumflex of femoral artery, and medially by the transverse of the medial circumflex femoral artery, and another one, the first perforating artery of the profunda femoris artery. Now this is all about cruciate and the trochanteric anastomosis. So hope you guys understand. So please like, share and subscribe my channel. Thank you.